WWE Monday Night Raw tonight in Houston, and we got Baron Corbin in the house. Baron, welcome to Houston. How are you doing, man?
I'm very good. A little chilly here this morning, though.
It's a little chilly.
I was expecting some warm weather. I got short sleeves on.
You know, here in Texas, it's it's cold in the morning, and then you got 100-degree weather in the middle of the day, and then it's back in we get snow at night. That's just how it goes.
Yeah,
You're
man.
used to it.
I'm from Kansas City, so it's very similar. You know, you can have hail one minute, sunshine the next, and a tornado a little later.
Yeah, see, so you can't really be safe anywhere in the U.S. I mean,
Yeah.
you expect, Alaska, you're cold, and next thing you get hit with earthquakes, right?
Yeah.
You're in Texas, you get
crazy.
hurricanes. Then you go to Kansas City, you get tornadoes.
Yeah, and I live in Florida now, so
you get more hurricanes.
We get hurricanes, and
so you just gotta brace yourself and just be
Yeah.
ready. So what can we expect tonight at Raw, man? I mean, you guys, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm running the show, so you can definitely, expect the unexpected. We're getting ready for TLC, so guys' tempers are starting to flare. Everybody wants to be a part of the, pay-per-views, and it's an exciting time. So guys are really, pushing the limits, pushing the boundaries. I like to break some rules, so there'll be some rule breaking tonight, I'm sure. But I guess I'm not really breaking rules though, because I make the rules.
I mean,
so
you enforce.
I adjust the rules.
Right.
It may be at the wrong time, but I do it anyway.
So speaking of you're kind of putting that position on the line coming up in TLC.
Yeah, TLC. If Braun Strowman doesn't make it, I become the permanent general manager, and I did my best to make sure he doesn't make it. I smashed him with some stairs.
Now, not that I think you'll lose to Braun Strowman or anything, but
where are we going?
I mean, what I'm trying to say is, similar to what Daniel Bryan did, he gave up his position of power to become active roster and just wrestle.
Yeah.
And it's going pretty well for him. Don't you think it'd be better for you to just leave that enforcer position off and just focus on the actual
Depends
fight?
how you look at it, because I have the power to make matches and do things. When Daniel was in his position of power, he wasn't able to wrestle. So I still am doing both. So now with this power, I can put myself in place. I can put myself in a championship match. I can put myself in any situation that benefits, I guess, my career. So it's nice to have a little bit of the double power.
So you had to basically give up a lot to become what's your position? Enforcer?
Right now I'm the general manager elect. General manager elect.
So you had to kind of go from the grungy look to kind of clean cut.
I cut my hair off. Yeah.
Was that hard for you? Was that a tough choice, man?
That was so easy. It wasn't funny. I'd been wanting to cut my hair for a while. I missed the vest. I missed the leather pants and stuff like that, because it's got that attitude, and, I'm a motorcycle rider, so it's, fits my personality. So the suit vest, the dress shirt, that's one of those things where I had to go, okay, if I want to be in this role, I got to look professional, so it was there. But cutting the hair, I was ready for it to go.
So it was an easy choice.
Yeah, that one was. It's just all over the place. It's always getting in your mouth when you're wrestling. In the gym, it's falling out. Sleeping's a pain. So now life is easy.
So prior to starting this chat, you were watching videos of yourself beating up people.
Yeah.
Is that weird for you at all, watching yourself?
It becomes surreal at times. I think for me, still the weirdest is the video games. When I see myself in a video, I'm a big
2K19
gamer.
is what your second one?
I think it's my third or fourth.
Yeah.
Because I was in it as an NXT star, and this is my third one on the main roster. So that's very surreal. Every year it's cool because it gets more and more realistic. It's crazy.
Do you play with yourself? I mean, in the video game?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I definitely use my character. It is fun. I like to compete with other superstars we play online and stuff like that. So
that's kind
bragging
of
rights.
that's kind of cheating in a way, because for me, I got to build a character from the ground up just to make him even look similar to myself. In your case, all you got to do is change the clothes, and you're good
right.
to go.
I'm good, and sometimes I argue my rating. Sometimes the guys at 2K, they're strict. I want to have like a 99, but I'm not.
I mean, especially when you get powerbombed by Rey Mysterio on the
game.
That's
right.
Kind of like how does that work?
I'd like to see Ray try.
Me too, actually.
I saw him Saturday, and I just don't see it happen.
Yeah, so you guys had a show in Mexico this weekend. How'd
Mexico
that go?
City. It was fantastic. It was good because it was kind of a dual-branded show, so we had some SmackDown guys there, and then some Raw guys. So
how do you compare the audience in Mexico City versus in the U.S.?
Everywhere's different. Especially like here in Houston, you get a very similar audience. A lot of Texas, they're just filled with passion. It's exciting. They love it. They love the sports. They love the competition, and it's got a rich history of wrestling. So you get to kind of be a part of that culture for a little bit. So it's awesome.
So we got WWE Monday Night Raw tonight, and then we got a couple of weeks, we got TLC in San Jose.
Yep.
And one of the things I usually look forward to, besides TLC obviously, is the Shakeup.
Yeah.
Every year that WWE Shakeup, it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, you know, you're happy with some, you're not happy with others. Is there someone you'd like to bring over to the Raw brand?
You know, the shakeups are exciting, like you said, because it gives the audience fresh matches, fresh people on their show that they're watching, and it gives the guys a fresh break too. So, you know, I would love to see Ray come over to Raw. AJ Styles, you know, he's done amazing things on SmackDown. You know, get him over
Do you
here.
really want that competition?
You know, I beat AJ Styles for the U.S. title, so I welcome competition. Braun Strowman can go. You know, he's good. He can go to SmackDown and, you know, get out of my life right now. But it's always fun and exciting for that.
What's fun and exciting also the women's division. It's been a crazy ride.
They've been kicking doors down, and it's crazy what they've done, because they were challenged and they accepted the challenge, and then I think they exceeded the expectations. They are continuing to just step up the bar, and it's great because it pushes the boundaries for everybody. It makes everybody want more competition and want to raise the level.
How soon do you think before we see a women's main event at WrestleMania?
I mean, it could be any year. I mean, with the talent we have, the roster we have, it could be any time, any year. I think it's just a matter of, you know, timing and to see how the cards fall, because you don't know what the main event is every year, you know, and you want the most anticipated match. And I think they're doing a fantastic job of building themselves and what they do. So it could happen next year, could happen 2 years, could happen 5 years. And if it's, you know, not this year, it's not a knock against them. It's just, you know, we are a competitive business and everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to be that main event. So it has, you know, nothing to do with gender. It has to do with, you know, what the people want to see, and that it is tough because we have a special batch of people from top to bottom on our roster, and they want to be that main event.
They got to work for it. So we talked a lot about sacrifices early on. What other sacrifices have you had to make in your personal life just to be able to make it to this level in your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, you know, I played pro football before this, so it's very similar. You have to kind of sacrifice everything in a sense, because if you're not dedicated 100%, you know, while you're at work, while you're at home, while you're on vacation, all of those things, they play a part in your success. And you have to dedicate 100% of yourself to becoming the best, because we are the elite of the elite. We are the 1%. It's not easy. There's a million people out there who want to be WWE superstars, and there's, you know, 50 guys that make it. So it's one of those things. But then you also, once you get there, you have to continue to sacrifice, because, you know, I leave home every week. I have a wife, you know, I have animals, I have a family, and it's one of those things, you know, so every Friday I'm getting up and going to the airport, and I'm leaving for 4 days. Or, you know, when I left this week, I'm leaving for 11 days because, you know, I'm here in Houston today. Tomorrow we're going to do some tribute for the troops. Then I go to South America for a few days. And then I finish up in San Diego. So it's one of those things where that's the biggest sacrifice, I think, is time away from home.
You know, I don't think a lot of people appreciate the amount of sacrifice that a wrestler has to endure. I mean, you play football, you know, with the Colts.
Yep.
And, you know, yeah, you play on Sundays, but you're home most of the week.
Yeah.
And people downplay being a wrestler. They think, oh, it's just, you know, they go out, they have a little fun, and then they leave. And it's nowhere near that.
No, I mean, if they really want to break it down, you know, like I said, it's time away from home. But then, you know, sitting on airplanes, you know, how many times have you been caught on a runway for an hour and a half? I mean, I face that all the time.
Or getting taken off the plane a couple
times.
times.
Yeah, exactly. Or your flight's late and you're having to run between gates so you don't get to eat. Your bag is lost. But then you get to a town. Now you got to get your rental car. You get in a rental car. You got to find a gym. You got to find food. You do the show. Sometimes, you know, you drive after show. So last night we finished up the show, and it was about 3.5, 4 hours here. So I got in last night at 12:30 into a hotel, which is a different bed every night, which takes a toll on your body. And then I was up at 6 a.m. to do some media. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty strenuous. But when you walk through the curtain, man, it's all worth it.
How'd you break it to your wife that you were an actual wrestler and not just a wrestling coach?
Yeah, she didn't understand. You know, she's from Puerto Rico. She was born in Puerto Rico and, you know, moved to Florida when she was like 1. But, you know, her family was never into wrestling. And so when she found out I was a wrestler, she was like, what do you mean? You're a wrestling coach for like a high school? And I was like, no, I'm like a professional wrestler. I had to kind of explain it. And then, you know, I brought her to some shows, and she had a lot of fun. Now she'll come on the road with me every once in a while, and
Okay.
she enjoys it and enjoys the show. And it's funny because sometimes I tell her she's too close. She gets too emotionally attached in what's going on. Same with like my mom. So I'm like, hey mom, step back. It's okay. This is what I do for a living. So it's pretty fun.
That's cool. Well, man, Christmas is coming up. Anything in particular you wish for?
Some family time. I'm ready to be home. We get a few days at home. I think I'm home 6 or 7 days, which I can't remember the last time I was home that long. So my mom's coming in, and we have the whole family. That Spanish side, it gets
That's gonna be fun,
a
man.
crowded
It's
house,
gonna
and
be
I
fun.
love it. So
It's gonna be great. How's your Spanish?
it's good. I take class twice a week. I need to use it more than I do.
How do you even do that, man, with the schedule?
You find a way. I want my kids to speak Spanish before English, so I want them to learn Spanish in the home, and then they'll get English at school. And
It's so hard, man. I got the other way around. So my wife, she doesn't speak Spanish. She's from England, so it's like the struggle is real.
Yeah.
It's real, man. It's real.
It is, but my wife's grandmothers, they don't speak much English at all. So if I want to be a part of conversation, I had to learn. So
Full culture immersion. That's what
I love it. It's the best, and
awesome.
and when I use it, it's good. Like, I had to use it in an Uber in Mexico City just to get us to where we needed to go, and I was like, man, like it gives you confidence.
That's cool. Well, WWE's Monday Night Raw tonight in Houston. Tickets are still available on the website, WWE.com, obviously, HoustonToyotaCenter.com. So go check out Baron Corbin. Hopefully it goes well for you tonight.
It will. It always
And,
does.
and hopefully Braun Strowman doesn't show up.
Yeah, no, I think he's still nursing his elbow. He had surgery, so we're good. We're safe.
He's still whining on Instagram. I saw that. All right. Well, Baron, thanks for coming by, and wish you the best.
No, thanks for having me.
And Merry Christmas to you and your family as well.
Thank you as well.
Thank you.